Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Hamlet again for another episode. Up to 36 this time, and we've moved on to January. Now, we did have a bit of an issue in the last one getting feed in here, but I did actually discover if I put a bag of feed here, it gets taken in. Now, same can't be said for the straw though. That's the only thing. Straw, I had to drop it in now. You have to come in here to actually get the menu to pop up and go up here, and there you go, menu pops up, tells us what we have. We got food, we got 6,934, we got slurry, we got straw, we've no manure. Why have we no manure? Because I don't know why. Now, this is one of the reasons I wanted to bring you in. We should have manure, we have straw, but this is kind of the problem I'm having. I'm having a problem with this. I'm not sure whether it's 1466. 14066, because I wouldn't have had an irregular size bale when I put them in. But it's not producing any manure. But where the problem is not here. The problem is with the red tape mod. Now, let me show you. Let's go in here. We got into trouble. Animal spacing, number one. This pigsty does not show enough spacing for the 15 animals, so they hit us with a penalty on that. And then they're showing without bedding 27 hours, minus 40 points, because it's not showing bedding in it either. So what that translates to is we got hit with 27 point deduction on that one. Yeah, there's nothing else there yet. I'll tell you why, because I didn't save the game. I quit back out of it, and I wanted to show it to you. I was actually moving on to February because we'd nothing to do, and I was literally doing bits and pieces, moving the wool from the spawn point and that, and I'll just jump back in February when we had something to do, because we've no field work whatsoever to do. Nothing to do on the farm apart from looking after the animals and that, so I didn't see much point in doing that in a video, and I wouldn't have started back, only I wanted to show you the problem we're having. So what do? My kind of thought now is, okay, we've used the red tape mod on this so far, and yeah, we got a couple of benefits from it, nothing major. We gained a little bit of money here and there, but it worked okay. This is the problem. And I did think about changing it. Whether we can or not, I don't think we can. And the reason is because when I click on it, I'll show you, it only gives me an option to rename or move. I meant to take that mod out. Doesn't give me an option to sell. Now, normally give you an option to sell, and then it would tell you, can't sell because you got piglets in it. So I was thinking that maybe we'd swap it out for something else and just keep it on the pig farm, because there's plenty of options. Like, there's no doubt about it. There is options there if we were to do that. Press the right key and we'll get into the, I'll just show you. When we go to animals, we got the pigs, and say we come down to say even that one there, house 50, more than we'd want. We have an option to put that down. We'd have an option for around the same money. We could put down, like this one here holds 120. It has a pasture. Yeah, it has a pasture. We could put the pasture down out here and put pigs in there and just ignore the other one. Now this one's a little bit different. That takes straw, and it takes It's a little. I did use this on Kinleg when I was doing my series that wasn't online. These ones are all sheds. I think we'd run into the same problem with these regards the intake and the outlet and the spacing on them. So, like, we could change it if we wanted. Can I sell that? You see, I can sell that, but I can't sell this. Can I sell the house? I can sell the house. There is some things you can't sell. You can sell that. You can sell that. But we can't sell the pigsty. So we'd have to leave that in place and put another one down. So what I was actually considering is removing the red tape mod, since we're getting close to the end of the series anyway. It's not really going to affect us in any way, great shape or form. Okay, we won't get tractor demos and that, but I'm not worried about that anyway. But I just wanted to run that by you before I take the next step. And yeah, I think that's where we're going. We're going to leave our 15 baby piggies in here, which is what we have. We'll just leave them there even though they don't show up, which is probably one of the reasons why we're getting penalised for animal spacing, because there's not enough spacing assigned to the mod. Now, I presume you could go into the XML and edit that. I don't know enough about it. I'm not going to mess about with it. I'll leave it be as it is. As I said, I thought about removing it and placing a different one down. And yeah, we're just kind of, that opens, it does, yeah. I haven't been in here. Little shed. I don't want to really go at this stage and start messing about with the integrity. And I did say we might put down another pig pen out here. I put this in and it's obviously doing me no good. So I'll get me 12 grand back that I spent on putting that in, because was it 12 grand? I think it was. It's not finding it. 750. So I'll get that back. That's where our money had gone down slightly because of that. It's obviously not connected. And that was one of the things I was going to update you on when I brought you back in, but we just ran into the other problem. So yeah, I think I'm going to remove the red tape mod. It's not going to affect us in any other way anyway on the farm. So yeah, when I bring you back, the red tape's going to be gone, and we more than likely be in February the 1st. Okay, moved on to February 1st, removed the red tape mod, loaded up the wool and the eggs from this farm, and one crate of goat milk. We're going to go and sell it. 7,000 litres of wool, 1,000 litres of goat milk, and 1,000 litres of eggs. Yeah, red tape mod is gone. I did remove it at first, and then I thought, hold on, I hadn't saved it. The promotional gear will still be there, and government scheme, which was beet harvester. So I checked they were there, so I quit back out again, came back in, removed the schemes to get rid of the equipment, and then I saved it, went out, removed the red tape mod, came back in, and they're gone. We got rid of the vehicles. The reason I know that happens, it happened to me before with a tractor on a game save, where it was still there when the red tape mod was removed. So I just said, right, last minute thing, I thought of it, so we didn't end up keeping them. It would have been nice to keep the bee harvester to do all the root crops, but we've managed with the small one all along. So here we are again, snow again. We'd snow in December at the end of the last episode, and I'm just going to sell this. We've nothing else to do. There might be a little bit of product to sell on the other farm, which we will do. I'm not going to keep you in for all of it. I just said I'd bring you back to explain we've done the deed and got rid of the red tape. So we still have our piggies in the barn down there. Now, the only thing, did I remove it when I was talking to you or not? The actual bunker silo. Sorry, not bunker silo. I didn't know. Okay, let's see. There was no, there is manure in it now. So maybe the red tape mob was interfering with that in some way. It wasn't showing any manure even though the straw was going down, but there you go, it is. So we leave that there. I was going to remove it and get rid of it because I thought it wasn't working. And there you go, we got 11,620 quid, which was nice. That's 2 months. We hadn't sold the stuff at the beginning of January, and then we moved forward to February 1st, so that's 2 months worth of stuff there. So yeah, the animals are coming on nicely anyway. Okay, I'm going to sell the milk, I'm going to sell the eggs from the other farm, and when I see you it will be March, because I don't think there's any contracts there. There's one ploughing contract, which I will do. We have to plough, so we're going to do that. We'll just take, I'll do that, it won't take long to do, a small field, and I will see you on March the 1st when we'll be back into having some more proper work to do. I think, unfortunately though, we're not going to have any of our own field work to do unless we buy a field. let's see what money we have and how close we might be to getting this small field even over on the other side of the river. I think it's about 22,000 or something like that. So maybe we'll just bite the bullet and we buy that so we have something to do. Didn't quite make it to March. First time we've had a full bowser of milk. There's still 200 litres left up there, but first time we've had a full one to sell. So I decided I might as well bring you in and let's see. So, some of the eggs sold. Okay, so we got 5,186 plus an environmental score of 739. So we done quite good out of that. That was nice. That's $6,000 plus for the milk. So our money, as you can see, is up to 37,726. And let's see. While I have you. Now, field number, what can we buy? We can't buy that. It's 48. We can buy that. 23. Now, here's the thing. Do we allow ourselves to buy a field with a crop in it? There's canola in it. Nah, you know what? Let's behave. So we have that field, but we're not going to really do anything with it. We're not really going to do anything with it for now. We'll just wait until March and then we'll get stuck in. We'll see what money we have then when we go through into March. We have a couple of things that'll take a little bit of money off us. Not a lot. We've still got the only lease thing we have is the hoe. And that's it. There was the bigger hoe in the second-hand market, which is probably gone now because it was 14,000 and I just decided no, that we'd lease the other one for probably another 2 or 3 years before we get anywhere near that 14,000. So it was best to hang on to the money. What's there anyway? There's a few tempting big tractors that we don't need, but and I say tempting, they're tempting to the extent that, yeah, whoa. It's only 36% off, but it'd be nice to do some more root crops this year coming up, and we possibly will. Anyway, bring it back. We'll definitely be in March, and we'll see where we're going to proceed then. Move right through to March. I'm just going to get this new field we bought ploughed. Should be nothing in it. There isn't now. Yeah, a couple of things. Excess animals sold, both the goats and sheep. So we got, I think it was about 13,000 between the two. Got 7 from one and 6 on the other. That's always a nice little bonus. And we had more Swiss brown calves, another 10 or 12, sorry, another 12. So we're still only, we're just about halfway there to fill this pen. I think we've 40 to go. We're on 60 now, so I think we've 40 left to go. So we're just going to let that progress naturally. So we're going to get a crop in here. I didn't look for contracts yet. Is there anything there? Nothing there yet. What are we going to get in here? We're spoiled for choice, really. We can put in whatever we want. Might do. For a change, just put sunflower in here. Just to mix it up. And we don't have anything that will sow sunflowers. We're going to have a look at a planter rather than a seeder. So we'll do that. Because we've mainly been just doing what we could put in with the seeder we have. So we'll have a look and see is there anything there, second-hand market to soften the blow of buying it. We can always lease it anyway. It's not a problem. And yeah, we're 30 grand in the bank again and very little outgoings. There's a couple of the only thing we have leased is the hoe. Is there anything in there? I did just flick down through it really quickly to have a look and couldn't see anything. That nothing made me stop, I'll put you that way. No, there's nothing there. Just keep an eye on it as I move forward. So we sold more milk, we sold more wool. So we're getting a decent income. Happy enough now I removed the red tape mod. A little bit sad I couldn't remove that. Couldn't get rid of that problem with the pig enclosure, with the spacing, and I wasn't taking the straw in. And then once I got rid of the red tape mod, we started to get manure in the bunker, which we were not getting for some reason. So I don't know, it might have been a conflict between it and that particular pig enclosure when we bought it or when we got it. I don't know why it wouldn't have happened before. Well, then again, it wouldn't have registered before because I didn't own it, so that could be something got to do with it. Of course, we're going to have to get a stone picker now for this, where we can take one of the cheap ones just to do it, because it's not exactly a big field. So that's the plan. We're going to get a crop in here, and we just keep motoring on through. Hopefully a few contracts will come up. Next field purchase is going to be one of these. That's the cheapest one, number 60. 48. If there's a crop in it, we'll take it. That one's 55. 68. If there was, by some miracle, with 66,000, we could buy that, put a crop into, which I would prefer to do if we could, but we can't. We could always take a loan out and buy all 4 of them that are left now. The 4 or 5, 1, no, it's 3 or 5. We could buy all 5 that are left and sow them all and say, right, that's it, we've done it. I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, let me get this ploughed. Let me get a stone picker, get the stones off it, and hopefully some contracts will come up as well. Other than that, it's going to be a very, very short episode. From the point of view of with stuff to do, there won't be much to do, only this field. But we'll see what develops as we go through the month. It was hardly worth it getting the stone picker. 110 litres of stones is all we got off the field. We're going to put sorghum in, which means we need a planter. So we'll just rent that next month and we'll do that. Hopefully by then we may have some money and we could possibly buy a second field and utilise the planter for some other crop. I did say I put sunflowers in, but we would need a head then for the combine to actually harvest them. Now, if we knew we were going to get another crop on contract that we needed to have a corn header or to do it, well then, yeah, definitely. But if we can get another field and make a big enough field to make it worthwhile doing, well then maybe we'll just do it. I'm just going to return this. I'm not even going to bother emptying the stones out, but they'll just disappear. So that's it. We've nothing to do in this month now, except put a little bit of manure maybe on that field before we sow it, and then next month we should be able to put another load of manure over it because we have plenty left. So we'll do that. We'll just get the bunker. There's plenty of manure in the bunker anyway, so we don't need to buy anything at all. I'd say that the trailer itself would nearly do it with what's in it. I'm kind of looking now, knowing that what we're heading into now is going to be a load of hoeing contracts. Unfortunately, it's what makes money for us, so, or fortunately, whatever you want to look at. Unfortunately, that does make us money, and look, it'll get us towards another field, get us towards the goal. So we can't really pass on them. Okay, yeah, I'll just do the manure on this field, and then we'll see where we stand when we move forward. But definitely, we'll just bite the bullet. We'll get a planter and lease it, and just get sorghum into that field, I think. Nothing else we can do. Let's get this up and make a start on it. We've plenty in the bunker anyway, so it's not like we're going to have to buy any. It's not expensive anyway, but yeah, if we can buy a field without a crop, well and good. Chances are, when we move forward, them two fields to the left of us are going to be sown by then. So I just dropped the plough off and went and picked up the stone picker, and now the plough's sitting there. And I meant to actually, I was going to just return the stone picker from the menu and bring the plough back, but I didn't. So, anyway. There we go. Oh, hold on. Stop. Saw the information. Didn't purchase it. Go to the right menu. Shouldn't be expensive for this field. There you go. Wasn't worth leasing the soil sampler for that. And the manure's making no difference to the field. Why is that? I know that it makes a very small difference. Is it making a difference? Get to the end, I'll jump out and check. There's very little coming out of it. Giving us 15. 5. Yeah, it's making a little bit. Of course, we have to do lime as well. So, okay, I'll get this done. I'm going to put lime down before we sow it anyway. So, there you go. That's the plan. Sorghum going in the field. We finally pushed through to April. Lease the planter. Get it done. Money has gone up. We had another sell-off on the chicken, goat and sheep farm. So between wool, goat milk and eggs, we got over 18,000. That was including the environmental score, so our money went up. We're up to 41, so we're climbing towards buying another field. The other two fields up here, unfortunately, one has red beet and the other one has, I can't remember what's in there. Parsnips. Oh look, if we were to buy it, we'd get the vegetable harvester we've been using all along and use that. We won't plough it in at this stage. If they're sown, they're sown, and whatever's in them, we'll accept it. And you know, I was kind of hoping we might be able to buy something now. If some miracle, like, I mean, if I found a couple of golden apples, maybe we could buy one of them and replant it. Now we're not going to do that. We don't need to find golden apples. We know where they all are. And that's kind of, yeah, we're making good progress. slow and steady. We've only one outgoing now, and that's the least hole we have. I keep waiting for one to come up with the second-hand market, but it hasn't. And I don't know whether the bigger hole, whether this tractor, I presume it would be able to pull it. It's 200 horsepower, so it should be able to pull it. So we'll get this done. I'm going to lease a roller, and we don't own a roller. No, we don't. Definitely don't. Hold on. Let's check the garage menu. No, I see the tanker there now. It reminds me I need to put some more water into the Highland cattle. They're okay. There's 6,000 litres in there, but I'd like to keep them topped up. Yeah, just kind of progress. The winter months was really, really not a lot to do except sell the products. And if we hadn't have bought this field, we would have had nothing to do at all. So it's kind of getting to that stage, and you can see where I'm coming from when I say when I have these rest of these fields bought, I think we're going to call an end to this series, because other than that, it's just going to be sowing the same fields, looking after the same amount of cows and sheep and goats and chickens and cutting the grass. That's the other thing. The grass is ready. I'll do that between now and the next episode. I'm not going to feature it so many times in this series. I'm not going to feature it this time again. I'm going to make hay this time because our cattle now are eating quite a bit, because we have the two pastures on the go, and the Highland cattle are increasing, and because of their age, of course, they're eating more. And yeah, we're just basically sustaining the farm we have, and we can expand. We could keep going and buy the whole map, honestly. We could buy a forestry plot, cut down the trees, just sell the wood direct, no sawmill, no nothing. See how much money we make out of that. Maybe that might be something to just throw in the mix, something to do. That's giving me a thought now. Like if we did buy a forestry plot, the thing with the forestry plots, when you do buy them, you're not going to turn the land into fields, unless the one beside the grass field up at the farm. Unless we do that, it's not that hilly. You could incorporate it into the grass field if you wanted, and we could do that as a just to see. Let me finish this. We'll have a look and see where we sell wood. Have we got somewhere to sell wood on this? It's something I haven't been selling, and with the red tape mod now uninstalled, we're not going to be looking at the sustainability aspect of replanting and all of that stuff going on. So yeah, that was hardly worth it. We used 2% of the seed. But it's done. It's in. It's grand. It just needs rolling now, and that's it. Now, I just said wood prices, rye. I'm just looking at what we have left. The rye is for feeding the chickens. So, did I pass by wood at the bottom of that list? I assumed it's down the bottom of the other list. That's why. Yeah, it's right down the end. Why am I getting fried onions? What mod have I got in that's giving me all these extra things? Wood sells at... Where are we? Surprise, surprise, the co-op. I just wondered how profitable it would be to buy one of the forestry plots. Let's have a look. If we take it like number 4, let's visit, no, 110. They're expensive. Like, they're not cheap. 112. I think I worked out the cheapest one was one of these. 83. They're like, we don't have the money. Number 1. We could buy the likes of that one there, I think, yeah, 39. But is there enough wood on that to make back your 39,000? Probably is. It's decent enough. Now it stops here and then crosses the lane to the other one on the far side, which is a much bigger plot. Yeah, that's a thought. You know what? It's more than a thought. We're going to give it a go. Might as well try it. We're going to buy that. And that's where we'll kick off next episode. We'll need to get a trailer. We need to be able to load them up, get them off, get them sold. And they know what the beauty is. The sell point is... Where am I facing? Am I looking the right way? Ah, I'm the wrong side of the river. I thought it was here. Yeah, I thought it was over here. Sorry about the clicking. Yeah. No, grand. It's not too far. We just need to go down there. There's the sell point. So we'll give it a go. But that's for the next episode. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining me again on the Hamlet. I know we're able to buy these fields, but let's see how much we can make from just selling pure wood on this map. As we said we wouldn't do forestry anyway until we had everything else done, or we said we weren't going to really bother. We're not doing timber products, so let's just see what we can make out of that one plot, and then we'll take it from there. So until the next time, from the Hamlet, from me, until then, I'm just going to, as per usual, say bye-bye for now, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.